It's the Juicery Podcast Show.
Hey yo, what's up guys? Private Ryan is back, and together with me is Joms and Benj, the Juicery Podcast Show crew. We are back for another week of movie review. We're gonna be reviewing Army of Thieves, the Netflix film just released a week ago. So
Was it a week ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a
Benj and Joms, say hi.
Hello, we're back. Okay,
Hey.
let's just change the energy. I'm back. We're back for more.
Wow. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is John ZP, and welcome to the Juicery Podcast Show. Yeah, I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to make it sound like Ryan.
We're back to our normal spiels, our openings.
Yep.
So
what-
before we discuss the movie, I think both of you already given your initial review to me, and you both like it, right?
we did.
Yeah. Did we like it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Stay tuned, right?
Yeah, we'll give our reviews later at the end of the show. So
Yep.
be on the lookout.
Yeah.
Yep.
So another good news tomorrow is the date. It's a Tuesday here where we're doing the recording.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, our theaters and cinemas in our country
Yay.
is gonna be back and doing some runs for movies.
One seat
Water.
apart. Protocol.
One seat
Pandemic
apart?
protocol. What the heck? That's okay.
And
This
no
is
food, right?
yeah, no food. People need to be on face masks and one seat apart. So that's like, wow, if you're going to have a movie date,
Wait.
no.
No.
Yeah, going to the movies is not a perfect place to go on a date.
Okay,
Holding
so
hands
will
na, no?
they change the prices? Because like you're now like per person is now occupying 2 seats technically. Is that going to be the case? Like, are we going to pay now like $20 for
I don't know.
Oh.
Let's try to test it out, Bench, tomorrow.
yeah, there's a theater near me. There's 2 theaters near me. I'll check it out.
Yes.
Yeah, just walking.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Okay.
They probably need to recuperate for the loss of revenue from popcorns because you can't eat. So I'll check out as well
Yeah.
how many gummy bears I can smuggle inside the movie theater. I can't watch without eating. I'm sorry. It's part of the cinema experience for me.
Exactly. And for me, popcorn. I mean, you can't watch a movie without popcorn.
Yeah. Just a question for both of you. Are you guys like can you watch a movie without a popcorn?
Yeah.
Or
I
How about you?
can't watch a movie without munching on something.
Yeah.
okay. You Ryan.
If there's no popcorn, I'd take a hot dog. on
Okay.
one.
So this is
Okay.
going to be a different cinema experience.
Very-
Exactly. Yeah.
So my plan is not to watch within the next few months. So I'm part of those people that have comorbidities. So maybe
Weak
do-
population.
yeah, weak population.
Oh,
I'm bored.
the-
I'm bored.
I'll do quarter 2 maybe. I'll just observe how the cinemas are doing. Yeah,
You're
let's
not
see.
part of the alphas.
Eat your
So
first.
what movie lineup do you like to see in the cinemas when it
What else? The
Yeah,
Eternals.
Eternals. Marvel's
Eternals.
Eternals and Dune.
Oh yeah, Dune. Dune.
They say it's a flop in the blockbusters theater.
Which one?
Oh,
Eternals?
Eternals, yeah.
Yeah, I from the friends that I've talked to that have seen this in cinemas outside of our country, they didn't like it. Or like the most excited review that I got was it's okay. So I'm not sure. I want to see it more because of that kind of response, but let's see.
yeah. It makes me want to watch it more and confirm.
Mm.
Just to confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to confirm, like, is it really okay? Are you that not into Marvel movies? Because like, the explanation I got was this is a reboot. You don't have any long-standing story to continue. You might not like it.
Oh well, yeah.
You're not,
Well-
if you're not into the comics, you'll not really appreciate it.
Exactly. And that's the thing. These characters, the Eternals, were part of like I think it's a C list or B list characters, and to fill in the shoes of the Avengers, namely like Iron Man and Captain America, who were also B-list, who rose up to be S-list stars or S-list heroes in the Marvel in the Marvel universe. It's a long shot. If it works, that's great. But this is probably a very ambitious movie, more ambitious than Avengers or Endgame, because they're playing their cards using heroes that are not really that popular, and they haven't had any like backstory.
But yeah, I guess what we can compare that to is Guardians of the Galaxy, where they're a C-list group of heroes as well.
Heroes.
Uh-huh.
But the story panned out really well. Like they built it up. So I want to see what's the comparison versus the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I don't think we can compare it to the first Avengers one. Just like some people cried. I know of that when they saw the first Avengers.
Ahem,
So,
ahem, ahem.
yeah, I think that they're in here.
Yeah.
He's here talking.
Yeah, he's here. I think he cried twice.
Ahem, ahem.
Iron Man, and Avengers. I can confess that I cried, or the Endgame, Endgame one.
So I cried on both. So high five.
That will be our dilemma. If you guys will see the internals, and we might have a podcast on that, I might be left out. I might be forced to watch.
Just
Find a way to watch it.
find a way to watch it.
Ahem. Joke.
Oh wow! You're going to make me commit piracy now.
Hey, let's support the cinema,
Yeah.
the movie industry.
Yeah, there are already cam rips out there in the internet, but nope.
Yep.
We won't be watching that.
It will take a long time before it will be released.
In
by-
streaming.
Yep.
Going back to Army of Thieves, this is a sequel of some sort, right?
A sequel slash prequel.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's actually
It's
a prequel.
2 hour and 7 minutes film, only streaming at Netflix.
Mhm.
It's tagged as a thriller adventure. It has a very good rating in Google as well. 4, as most Netflix shows, it doesn't have critical reviews yet.
Mhm.
It's very new. October 29 is the release date, and it's directed by the star. I can't pronounce his.
Yeah, Matthias Schweighöfer. Yeah, Schweighöfer. Yeah. Let's call him by his other name,
The one that we know.
Yeah, Ludwig Dieter. From Army of the Dead. Yes.
So if you're looking for zombies, just like in Army of the Dead, Army of Thieves might have zombies, but not that much. Just a few cameos on their side.
Yeah, it's not a zombie movie. It's actually not a zombie movie.
It's a heist.
Yeah, it's a
Heist movie.
it's a heist movie.
So it's produced by the Snyder's couple as well. Zack Snyder's Matthias is also producing.
Oh, really?
Deborah Snyder.
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't know that.
We can also discuss the cast first before we go to spoiler territory.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
So we have a jam-packed cast here. Like when I say jam-packed, there's 3 people that I know. So Matthias, Natalie Emmanuel. So we know her as Missandei from Game of Thrones, and the 2 cameos at the end. We have Batista and that lady from Nacho Libre. I forgot
Yeah.
her name.
Ana de la Reguera.
Yeah. So I
Is
think
the
that's
footages they
those-
used the
those
same
4.
as in Army of the Dead, or
Yeah, they used the same scene, although they had I think Matthias had additional dialogue, which was not in the Army of the
in
Dead.
Army of the Dead.
Yeah, the scene.
I didn't know that. Like I rewatched Army of the Dead right after.
Yeah. Same. I refreshed myself with Army of the Dead. We also have Rubio Fee, who's playing Karina, the hacker tech specialist, and we also have Stuart Martin as the muscle of the group.
The budget Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, the not Hugh Jackman.
his character's name is Brad Cage.
Yeah,
The manliest name ever.
yeah.
And
And
Nicolas Cage.
they also have the driver in the group. We got Guz Khan. Did I say it correctly? Playing as Rolf, the driver. So Ruby, Matthias, Natalie, Stuart Martin, and Guz, they comprise the army of thieves.
A good cast, just what Benj said. So before we go to the story, who will be doing the honors? Spoiler alert.
I do the spoiler warning.
Yeah. Spoiler guy.
The spoiler.
I'm the spoiler guy. Okay. So everyone who's listening right now, if you're just starting to listen now, I don't know how that happens. This is YouTube. You start whenever you want. So, spoiler warning. We'll be spoiling everything about the movie after the next few minutes. So, yeah, if you don't want to spoil yourself, you want to experience the movie firsthand, please stop listening now. Close that window. Wherever you are listening to, close that Spotify link. But before you go, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Juicery Podcast Show. You can also help us by donating to our Patreon. It's linked in the description below. And that would really help us expand the podcast show. We can expand it to different things like gaming.
Yeah.
Let's do a face reveal for Ryan again. If we get that much likes and Patreon subscribers, we'll do that. Promise. I promise to Ryan's face. So yeah, before you go, please help us expand the community. Like and subscribe. Follow us on Patreon and in Spotify. And what's the other one? Google Podcast. What is that?
Anchor FM.
Anchor FM. Yep.
You can be our sponsor as well.
We'll give you a shout out.
No, we'll plug your show. If you want to say us some good things, we'll do that. We'll chill for that. So please contact us.
Yep.
Contact Ryan. Ryan is the business manager.
Yes.
Anyway,
Our producer.
That's it. So they're gone. Everyone who's still staying is already have been briefed.
Yeah, they've watched already.
Right. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, on to the movie. So we are introduced to our German clerk. He works at the bank to Ludwig, but his name is not that yet, right? His name is...
I'm gonna try saying it. Sebastian Schlench Honert. Vonert. Sebastian Schlench.
How dare you say that to my mother?
What?
She's a nice lady.
So this is a German town that I think is fictional because they didn't say what town he is in. And
wait, what? What does it mean? If it doesn't say the name, does it mean it's fictional?
Very old school. All the banks are
the cobblestone pots.
No, that's a normal like rural German town. Doesn't mean it's fictional.
We need to go out more.
So our character Sebastian, he's working at the bank, and he's a loner. He has no friends, no life outside his work. He has a daily routine, and what he did
very boring.
Learn a lot about safe cracking and opening
and
safe.
Yeah, I think he was doing it ever since he was a kid, right?
That's his only obsession, right?
Yeah, his friend is a vault.
Yeah.
I think the problem with having a friend as a safe is they never open up.
A good one, Benj. I don't know if
What? Do they?
I rest my case. No. Yeah.
For them to open up. So continue on with the review.
So I think he made 20 plus YouTube videos and
he's also a YouTuber, an aspiring YouTuber, right?
No views in all of them, so I think that's the worst YouTuber ever.
Yeah,
because I did upload a few YouTube videos with no support or anything. It did reach 100 views.
Well, yeah, you're a marketing expert.
So Sebastian was reached out by I think an underground event for safe cracking, and this is where he meet our what's the name of the girl?
Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
And he was recruited because he won that competition underground. He's yearning for adventure in his life, and he gets it. He's introduced to the gang that are planning to do a heist worldwide. Based on his skills in the YouTube's video that he made. He is one of the guys that are fans of, I think, the best safe, the most secured safe in the world. I forgot the name of the guy.
Wagner.
Yeah, the safe maker named Hans Wagner.
Namesake to Richard Wagner in the play. Well, is it? He's a
Composer. He's a composer.
Yeah.
Richard Wagner. He was the one who composed the what do you call this? The Valkyrie.
The Ring Cycle. So yeah, I think the only thing that's fictional here is but the rest of the lore about the Ring Cycle is real. Not that Siegfried is a real person, but like the Norse mythology. So we have the four steps. Like when you hear the pieces, you probably have heard it before, but it's not something that you would hear and then know the name. It's a very generic. It's now generic, but it's a wonderful piece.
Yeah. So we have the Hans Wagner created 4 safes based on the 4 parts that constitutes the ring cycle, as tribute to Richard Wagner. We have the Das Rheingold, we got the Valkyr, which is the Valkyrie, Siegfried, and finally the Gotterdammerung, which means Twilight of the Gods. So yeah. So
what's weird, I noticed in the film is all of this safe are from the Bly industry, are owned by
It's
Bly.
all owned by
All
Bly
owned by
Tanaka.
Oh, was it? Even the first one?
All the
Or
safe.
the first 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and there was a lore there that Hans Wagner locked himself in the last vault and then threw himself off the sea. But we know in Army of the Dead, that's the vault they're using.
The one that's been specially cracked by him.
Yeah, and in the Army of the Dead movie.
That's the only safe that he uses a stethoscope, right? The others for this
Did
film, he never.
Yeah, I think it did.
He just
Oh.
listened
Mhm.
and feel the safe. So each time he will be cracking this certain safe, there will be animation of how the keys inside the bolt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's over the top.
It gets kind of old after a while.
But actually for me it's kind of interesting because every vault is different, even if the animation looks kind of the same, gears turning and all of it has a different or a unique mechanism inside.
Yeah.
So the first one was really easy. The second one has like a very unique mechanism. Yeah, and then the third one as well. So it gets more complex every save.
I think kudos to them. Like, it's hard to make safe cracking interesting because usually it's just trying to open something without making that much noise. So like adding that visual component to it. But if you're like if you really look into it, like there's one vault there that if you missed or if you did it incorrectly, the dials were retracted.
Yeah, and it'll swap. It'll randomize.
So like, okay.
Yeah, that was a Valkyrie. That was a Valkyrie. No, there's like there's a mechanism inside that's since it's a little bit equal on all sides, it retracts and then it shuffles. It rotates.
My problem
Did you look at the animation?
Yeah, I listened to the narration and read it as well. Like, no, my problem is that this is overly complicated. I think the best way to use a safe is just if you, and I did some research as well. Like, no one is using that much complex in terms of bolt keeping, because like what's different between a bolt and then a padlock would be how's the tolerance. Like, you can't really just do listening and then if it clicks, that's the combination. You can't do that as the same as normal combination lock.
Well,
Plus, if you missed it, it will lock itself. There's no, and then
Can't
the
be open
tolerance is
anymore.
incinerate the contents. Yeah. Well, the animation makes it interesting. The animation makes it interesting. I'm pretty sure that the director and the story writers created that to make it a little more exciting to the audience, because I'm pretty sure realistic safe cracking, who would want to watch someone safe crack?
Like you just see a guy
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm in.
For like a few, like a couple of minutes, like it's gonna be just like a person, one frame.
There's a lot of comedy infused inside the conversation, the scenes here that are right on point. So that's why it's very well accepted in Netflix. It has a very high viewership rate. It's not shared yet because it's just been a couple of weeks. But I think it will reach more than 10 million views
Yeah.
for this film.
Oh, nice,
So
nice.
Speaking of the director is Matthias himself. This is his first time, his first ever film.
Is it? Is it?
Really?
His connection with the Zack Snyder really pushed this film through.
Well, he has his own style of directing. It's pretty much reminiscent of how Zack Snyder directs his films, but it has different feel.
It doesn't have that long-standing audio or like music.
And the long opening title
Title card,
montage.
accompanied with a song that is licensed to the movie. It doesn't have that, so it's not a Zack Snyder.
Yeah, it's really subtle actually. I like the where the credits, the opening credits pan out. It's simple. It's just simple.
His scenes are also very well lighted. It's very well lit.
Yeah,
Very colorful.
I didn't notice
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Very, very good first movie from Matthias. So overlapping on the plot is the what's happening in Las Vegas. We are shown in the TV news
Yeah.
that their zombies are overrunning Las Vegas during this
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I think that's the only real world or in universe call out about the zombie apocalypse, the news clips.
And
That's
we
our
get
connection.
to meet the criminal gang, not an army gang, not the army of thieves that the title imply. It's just because of the army of the dead that we get the name army of thieves.
So, yeah,
So the criminal gang is composed of Gwendolyn. In the end of the film, that will be the safe, I think, locksmith name of his store back in Las Vegas. So played by Natalie Emmanuel and Sebastian or Ludwig have developed a big crush. However, Gwendolyn is into this muscle of the group, the alpha male.
is she?
Yes,
Yeah, they were. I think they were together. Because they were like surveillance photos of them being intimate. Or clingy,
yeah.
touchy feely.
That's why Brad has this dislike to Sebastian. Also, the film, his name is Sebastian, right?
Wait, so Brad cannot be sensitive to. I think it's his manliness that's stopping him to be happy.
Yeah.
It's his
There we
overly
go.
masculine personality, but like, he saw Sebastian being too chummy, Gwendolyn, like being more into the sensitive side. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Sebastian
That's my
is
girlfriend.
A little bit bulky as well. They just try to hide it with his clothes.
Yeah,
right?
with the long sleeves and the turtleneck.
Looks like it. Yeah.
So part of the crew is Corina Dominguez or Rubio Fee,
She's really cute.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's pretty.
our getaway driver Rolf, the one that you said Gus Khan.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot of time for introducing this gang. I think around 15 minutes. So it eats up a lot of movie time as well.
Yeah. Well, it's okay to set up, like, for example, to let them know, let the audience know about the characters. It's enough. It's enough for the character development for the squad.
Yeah. Since this is a heist movie, you don't really need much character development. The required ones are Gwendolyn and Sebastian.
Yeah. And I think they've already have enough. They already had enough character development or backstory, to support what their principles are or why they want to do this, stuff like that.
Yeah. So we just understand that like Brad and Gwendolyn was a brat. They're not really. They don't really need to
they're
like
very-
steal.
So what's interesting is each time they do the quest, so each vault become harder, right? We will be hearing backstory for each vault, a Norse mythology story for each one. So it's like an episode of each. So
Mhm.
do you think that should be cut off from each part of the film?
No, like ending the movie in every book.
What?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Part of the quest. Each time,
Ah.
each quest, it's repeated on the other quest for the next vault. So
Well-
they have the same story. It's the same.
Well, every heist has a different, difficulty, which is okay. I mean, it gets harder and harder every time. So I actually don't mind, And every time the heist ends, there's story development.
Like the first heist or the first bank that they went to is it. You need that for this. I think they don't do that a lot in heist movies, like establishing how hard these things that they're doing are.
Yeah.
You just they're comparing it to Ocean's 11. Like, there's just one heist that they have to do and then say that they're really good, but like overall in the movie, they're just building up that I can do this, I can do that. But for this one, they're really trying to prove that they can. This is what they're doing is hard, slightly harder than the next one. But you get to like it's more realistic now. Like you can see each one's abilities. Like Gwendolyn can pickpocket. Brad Cage can be an asshole at different levels. And Karina can be pretty cute and then very.
You really had to say it out loud.
Yeah, she's really cute, and then she can do all of the stuff. Like, and then like Rolf didn't do that much. He just needs to.
Well, he's just a driver.
Opinions. Yes, this is opinion.
Yeah, so it's a good start for the next ones where like, oh, this is now harder because you involve like a bigger bank. And then on the last one where the stakes are really high because you now involve Interpol is now under you're now under the radar on. It becomes more realistic for me. Like it's not just do this one big thing that's overly complicated. It's more on simpler, less complex, and then you're now against people who has guns.
So they
yeah.
added the subplot of the Interpol cop who was shot in the butt.
Delacroix.
That's why he has this vendetta to get this to reach kid.
The couple. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to say the acting of the whole cast, like he's very into it. I know he's enjoying what he's doing, and like I get the intensity. So like, hey, tone
Stand
down
out.
your acting. You're not the main actor.
Yeah, he's really good. Actually, for me, it's really good. He plays the part really well, albeit a little more intensity than usual. I mean, well, compared to his sidekick like Beatrix, played by Naomi Nakai. Yeah. One thing that I want to point out also was there was this part. I like this part where I think the group just gone full meta during I think on the first heist. They said that I think this is the part where there's going to be like a montage on how things are gonna be done and how things will go well, since how it's they say that it's difficult, so they play it all out. It looks like it's a montage, and then after that it really happened.
That's it. We're done. Yeah, we're done. It's very contrasting to the first few minutes of Army of the Dead, where like Bly Tanaka was trying to explain the whole stint.
Yeah.
And then where they messed up.
Yes. Like the best case scenario, but the worst case scenario got dropped on them. But this time, the best case scenario is the reality that they
fresh thing to show in a movie. I've never seen that one done before, right? So it's very cool to see.
Yep.
But I think one of my gripes for this movie is we know that Sebastian will become Ludwig in the next film. So there's no stakes. I don't feel at all when he is in danger, when he's being pushed out of the van. There was a time that the gang have internal conflict. And went separate ways. So do you feel the same? As well.
Well, usually if it's a sequel, if it's a prequel movie, most likely the suspense in the ending would not be there. Since for a fact that in Army of the Dead, Ludwig was there. So in this movie, you will have you'll be relieved for the whole movie. You'll be relieved and relieved to know that he's gonna survive. But the as a wise philosopher once said, it doesn't matter how you get there, You know, it doesn't matter what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. You know?
I hate you.
You know, so the main
Cyrus.
maybe
It's a philosopher.
yeah, wise philosopher. So like I mentioned, you know, we all know that he's coming in. He'll be in Army of the Dead. The main thing about Army of Thieves is how he got to Las Vegas. You know, the story behind why is he like that? Why is he a safecracker? Why is he? What was his objective? Why does he want to crack the Gotterdamerung so much?
Why is
Right.
he so confident when they
Why
first
is
met?
he-
Exactly. And why?
Screaming? Why is he screaming like that?
Yes. Which I also want to point out, you know, in connection with Army of the Dead and Army of the Thieves. The first three safes, you know, Das Rheingold, the Valkyrie, and what's her name? The Siegfried. They all had intricate designs in front of their safes. You know, it looks so pretty. It looks so beautiful. And then enter the final safe, the Gotterdamerung, a plain iron
Explain.
safe.
I think it only has one dial, right?
No, that's three.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah, there's three.
So, okay. I just want to add to what you're saying. Like, so, I kind of felt, it kind of felt at first, on the first two bolts, that it doesn't have any stakes against our protagonist. So even getting out of the van or like not being picked up, yeah, it doesn't really pose any like issues to him. Like he won't die in this movie. But by the end of the movie, it's more on what's going to be the objective for what's he's setting up for.
Yeah.
He wants to see Gwendolyn again.
True.
But yeah, for me, I kind of agree with Ryan here that kind of premise or like I want to know what will happen to him if like what's the stakes. I didn't get that for the most of the movie. It's just at the end where they got he has to run away and then eventually see Gwendolyn again. So like even if he got caught in the second bolt, there's no risk for him. Like he just want to just say that you were held or you were kidnapped to do these silly things. So not really that much threat posed to him or against him. So yeah, but you have to go to the end to know that. And for me, for a moviegoer, you have to explain that to me. So I have to have some buy-in. I watched this just the premise that I want to see a good heist movie, and it delivered. Story-wise, it's kind of light on that. Like there's no much.
Yeah, it's pretty light.
Yeah,
It's just like a good film.
yeah.
Oh, I
So
stand
Jonathan,
corrected.
go ahead.
Sorry, I stand corrected
Okay.
for the Gotterdamerung. It has 4 dials.
That's 4 dials.
Four.
Yeah, that's 4 dials.
Yeah, I think he was already on the third dial when Batista and crew forced him to give him we have 20 minutes. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. As compared to the other safes, like for example, the Siegfried has like I don't know 7,
7.
and then the Valkyrie has 3.
Yeah, the first one has two, I think.
2 or I don't know.
2,
I forgot.
and then the second one has a 4, but it can reset itself.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna be spoiling the ending right now. So what Benj started was they're gonna be arrested. Everyone was they already have Brad Cage and the rest of the crew arrested. And Gwendolyn talked to Jonathan Cohen, our cop. I think he's a brother of Borat.
Really?
Yeah, they act so well. So she made a haggle that if they let Sebastian go, leave the country with a bag of money that they have, he'll be no threat doing bank heist on his own. So she will turn herself in. So our Interpol cop just erased and let Ludwig go, and that's why we ended him in being in Las Vegas with his Gwendolyn locksmith shop, where we have this bonus scene. Not I think not bonus scene. It's the actual scene coming from Army of the Dead.
Yeah, where Batista and Ana de la Reguera meets the safecracker that they need for Army of the Dead's main goal.
It's the new and improved.
How do you think they know of our character here,
They
Sebastian?
saw his YouTube video.
YouTube.
Yeah, probably saw his YouTube video.
That has 3 views or something.
There's a very popular like locksmith or like lockpicking lawyer. Look him up. I don't
He's a
think
lawyer?
I don't think he needs a shout out from us, but he's very so his videos are really quick, like 2 minutes. Because he starts it like I opened this lock and then I opened it and that's it. He does that a lot, like any type of. So if you're interested in those kinds of things, yeah, it's a very short watch.
So we end the film from that, and then it goes from there. He is picked up by Batista and with Dave, and they're gonna do the heist. And there will be theories coming from you guys if he survived the Army of the Dead or not.
You survive.
I'm pretty sure he survived because they won't be making this movie for a supporting character who died in the
wasted.
Army of the Dead movie. I mean, you don't see what do you call this? Them making a Netflix movie out of the Mexican guy, right?
The YouTuber guy.
Yeah, the YouTuber guy.
I have to make one. I have to make one. Now that you mention it.
Really?
He's more extreme.
Yeah.
He's a YouTuber.
But yeah, I feel like they're in the Planet of the Dead in the upcoming next movie of Zack Snyder inside the Dead universe. You know, the Army of the Dead universe. I have a feeling that Ludwig might be still alive because one, he had an off-screen death. We don't know if he died or not.
I never seen it.
Yeah, we never seen it died. Yeah, actually, I'm actually banking on two people surviving that nuke explosion or the whole Army of the Dead experience. First off would be Ludwig Dieter, and then second one would be Coyote, the tracker and the guide in Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
Probably in Planet of the Dead they're still alive. You know, I hope so.
She was impaled. Yeah.
Yeah, she was only impaled, but if ever she died, it was an off-screen death. And you know, in Hollywood, off-screen deaths tend to be a little bit dubious.
Is that you, Han, waving at us? Is that Han waving?
Yeah, Han.
4 movies, but still
I
alive.
hate that. Wait, that's different. Han exploded.
He has 4 on-screen deaths over and over again, all throughout the.
Yeah, I did. And they're still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive. I mean, what the heck?
Die.
That's the ultimate retcon,
So we come to the end of our podcast. We're gonna do the rating score, 1 to 5. 5 as our highest. Who will go first? Rating Army of Thieves.
I'll go
Jump.
first.
Okay.
I don't have much banking on this.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go for around 3.7. Since we already know it's a prequel movie, we don't need to expect too much. There's there, like Ryan mentioned, there's no suspense at the end. So that's one of the things that really drives me to like a movie. The plot twist.
It doesn't have one.
Yes, it doesn't have one, but nevertheless, it's still good. It's a fun watch. It's light. It's exciting. And the characters are some of the characters are really interesting. Like Corina, for example.
Especially we keep going back to Corina.
Yeah. And actually, De La Croix seems a really interesting character. Despite him being overly enthusiastic on his part.
You might see him, right, in the future.
Maybe. I hope so.
Might be a survivor
Interpol.
in the Planet of the Dead.
Yeah. And Matthias, let's wrap it up with Matthias for my scoring. He's good. He's very unpredictable, and his shrieks were hilarious.
He's very consistent as well.
Sometimes when he screams, I don't know if he's the one screaming or the girl.
It's him.
We didn't even talk about like how he gulps. He says it in.
Oh yeah. He has his character is very interesting. So I'd like to see him more in Zack Snyder's Dead universe. So yeah, that's a 3.7 for me.
3.7. Bench.
Okay.
Your rating.
So I would just give this a 3 out of 5. Same sentiments. This is a prequel. It gave me a good heist movie. I like heist movies. Like whenever, what's my favorite heist movie? Ocean's 11.
Gone in 60 seconds.
It's that bad.
You like plan, execute, and
Yeah, and then it delivered on that. But again, like we're looking for a story here. It's very light. It's not required. It's like Quiet Place too. Sorry, Ryan. But I guess it delivered on Sebastian becoming Ludwig, so I'm okay with that. So just three. It's not that much required for the Army of the Dead universe. But if we eventually see Planet of the Dead and Ludwig is one of the tribes that became humanity's hope, I
Tribe
would
of safecrackers.
when there's no more when there's no more votes to crack.
Yeah.
Zombie heads.
You crackheads. Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
tagline.
To see more of him. It's a good build up on his character.
Yep.
okay. Score of 3, right?
Yep.
Flat 3. So I'm giving this a 3.8 out of 5.
Oh,
I
wow.
like his character. Yeah, I like his character a lot. So very interesting, very unique character, and it stays in character for both these two films. So you can really relate for the Ludwig that we know of and the Sebastian prior to him becoming Ludwig. And I like the cinematography. It's unique, fresh. Netflix is really throwing a lot of money for these unique directors to show to us we can do films our way. Even though it's quite long, it's 2 hours.
Yeah, it's too long for a heist.
My investment is still there.
How
It's
much
okay,
was the
fine.
budget for this movie?
I haven't checked. Netflix doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
this show.
This show, oh no.
Yeah, they didn't add it on IMDb or Wiki.
It's quite fresh. It's just a couple of weeks back. So they might end of the month we might able to see it. So it's a good recommendation for me if you got 2 hours to burn. This is a standalone movie as well. It can work on its own. It doesn't have. You don't need to watch Army of the Dead after this. It's just a heist film with a very crazy gang of thieves, and there's a unique character here. If you like safe cracking as well, you're gonna enjoy this film.
True.
I recommend this for everybody. But it doesn't get that high of a score from me because I usually give 4 or more for the ones that I really like. But 3.8, yeah, cool film. Go see it.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. So, any last recommendation or any reaction before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think that's it for me. It's a good movie. Good time. It's a good time after watching it. Not too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel depressed after watching this. It's actually very funny.
It's a light movie. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a light movie. It's very entertaining. You know, there will be some dragging parts. There will be some dragging parts, but most of the scenes of the movie is quite interesting, and you'll be very engaged. I suggest, contrary to what you mentioned earlier, it's a good watch before watching Army of the Dead again. If you want to see like a new perspective on the character, watch Army of Thieves and then watch Army of the Dead again, and you'll see him in a new light.
That's why this weird, quacky character always
Yes.
screaming.
Exactly.
Needs music to do his job. You have to be
Yes.
He's doing it well. The music is not distracting to him. It doesn't have lyrics, so it's fine.
Yep.
I do that with K-pop.
quiet. It's actually increasing his
Yeah.
brain activity.
Yep,
Some
yep.
sort. You listen to classic. All right. So I think that's it. That's it for this week. Army of Thieves. We gave our scores. No, it's mostly positive, guys. So you're gonna
A
enjoy.
good
it.
watch.
Good watch. Go and watch it, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is Private Ryan signing off.
It is Jom ZP.
I'm Benj.
Yep.
Bye.
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 Bye.